Hello and welcome to the Scafidi Travels YouTube channel. Earlier this month, I headed down to Hammamet for a friend's leaving party. We stayed at Les Orangers Beach Resort Bungalows. Here's my 3-minute review of the hotel. We paid 400 dinars per couple to stay, and it's all inclusive. So that's 200 dinars each. Now, 200 dinars currently works out at around $70 US, 54 pounds or 64 euros. This is a pretty standard rate for this place off-season. You'll find similar rates if you search the price comparison sites like Trivago. This makes it an expensive resort by Hammamet standards, but I still think it represents value for money under certain conditions, which I'll expand on in the conclusion. So 4 out of 5 for price. Check-in was very smooth for our group of 4 people. The foyer is beautiful with running water down the middle. The staff at reception offered us a weird fruit cocktail as we're filling out our paperwork. They made copies of our passports. It was all done in 5 minutes, and then we were shown to our rooms. 5 out of 5 for check-in. I was not a big fan of the location of our room. We're put on the 2nd floor down a long corridor at the back of the hotel. Our balcony overlooked the entrance of the hotel, and the corridor was facing a patch of scrubland within the grounds. This was a weird choice by reception, as we're pretty much the only guests in the entire resort that day. You would think they had more central rooms available, and maybe even a few with better views. But anyway, the room itself was spotless and worked well for our one-night stay. I really liked the waterfall shower and the amount of natural light you could let in. I disliked getting twin beds instead of a double, plus the size didn't compare favourably to other hotels in this price bracket in this area. Also, they need to look into their soundproofing in the rooms, as I could hear someone clattering around above us while we're in there. 3 out of 5 here, I'm afraid, lack of a view being the main issue. The facilities were, in a word, excellent. The beach was pristinely swept in the morning, and even though it was too cold to swim, we really enjoyed walking on it. They have a gym and an indoor pool which is toasty warm, plus a hammam and a sauna which we tried out. I even used the outdoor pool as a plunge pool. It was freezing. The grounds are really well maintained, providing plenty of spots for a quiet drink. I could definitely spend a longer break here relaxing. 5 out of 5 for facilities. Meals are served as a buffet in the main building, although you're free to ask for various snacks throughout the day no matter where you are. There was a vast array of seafood on offer during the dinner, which I loved, but some people might not appreciate. There were also a few stations where you could have things cooked to order, like stir fries or omelettes. Breakfast also had a wide variety of options, including plenty of fresh fruit and lots of cooked items. But it was really the service that made things stand out here. The waiting staff were very attentive, whether you're having dinner in the main building or beers out on the balcony. We really appreciated this fantastic service. I hear there are Italian, Tunisian and Asian themed restaurants available for dinner on reservation, but we never saw these during our stay. So, 4 out of 5 for food and service. That brings us to 21 out of 25 as a total score. As I said, 400 dinars per night makes this an expensive resort by Hammamet standards. I think it does represent value for money if you split this with a roommate and you intend to eat and drink a lot. I really enjoyed visiting the Orangers in the winter, as we basically had the place to ourselves, and would definitely recommend it for a weekend break from Tunis or even coming from further afield.